What is going on to you cancer crabs out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. Listen, smash the like button. That way you can get more attuned to the energy of the reading. Uh, by the way, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to be able to financially support the channel, so I can most definitely keep the show going. Yeah, go on ahead. So let's get into it for you cancer crabs. So for you cancers, you have the Temperance, the Fool, and then you have the Magician. So four major arcana, but you don't know what I'm talking about. But three major arcana back to back to back. Okay. And yes, this is new. And over the next couple of weeks, you're gonna see some brand new cards from me. Shout outs to the person who done went ahead, sent me some of those cards. Appreciate you. Listen, the Temperance and the Fool and the Magician right here represents you really are in a situation, or I should say in a position, not in a situation, but in a position where a lot of you are very much so very wise about how it is that you handle yours. I'm seeing that a lot of you cancer crabs don't want to divulge or put word to anything that you've got going on. The reason why I'm saying that in the first place is because a lot of you cancer crabs, you've got other investments going on. Excuse me. You cancer crabs have other investments going on. A lot of you cancer crabs usually do a lot. You usually do. So you probably have a lot of different things, a lot of different things working for you in a lot of different areas. And you just don't want to share that part of your life with anyone, It's more so specifically, not saying that you don't want to share that part of your life, but it's more so that you don't want to share that part of your life with someone who's just looking at you to do everything, looking at you like, you're nothing but a paycheck, or you're nothing but a person who fine, because like it is, I've been saying, cancer crabs be fine, a lot of cancer crabs. I've been meeting a lot of cancer crabs lately, and a lot of y'all fine. Like I've been talking about, a lot of y'all are really fine. A lot of y'all look really good, and you don't want that person to just look at you like all you are is a body, all you are is some money. You may have body and money, but then they don't actually want to get to know you, your struggles, what you've been through, what you've overcome. They don't want to know that, right? You don't want someone around you who doesn't want to know. So now the thing is that the Magician, the World, and the Page of Cups, this person kind of thinks of you like, I ain't gonna say this person, yeah, I guess you could say somebody, but it's more so about positioning. This is more so about how you cancer crabs move in a way where people will think that you cancer crabs are absolutely crazy. They think that you have essentially lost your gosh darn mind. And the reason why it is that I'm saying that is because the Magician and the World. The Magician is a person who is doing things that is illogical. It's not. It's so unusual to the naked eye, to other people, that unless those people have a better understanding of what it is that you've got going on, they're not going to know what it is that you've got going on. It's like Israel Adesanya, the UFC fighter, where Israel Adesanya, has like a room with all these plants in it, and then like he rings a bell and stuff like this in it, and it sends out sound shock waves through the room, and he's basically explaining it. He's like, the plants are alive, as we supposed to know, right? And he's talking about how it is that the plants take in all of that vibration, and they interact with it. They don't just respond, they interact with it interchangeably. And so, yeah, you know what I'm saying, to the outside, people are going to be like, yo, this is a weirdo. But what he's essentially, and he's a Cancer crab. Israel Adesanya is a Cancer crab. His birthday is July 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, which is still Cancer. So Cancer doesn't end. The last day of Cancer crab is July 23rd. July 24th is when July 24th, excuse me, is the first day of Leo. So he basically is talking about how it is this, that, and third. Now, again, to most people, they're not going to know what it is that he's like. They're not going to want to comprehend what he's talking about. They don't see the bigger picture. But he's essentially branching out. He's striving to become one with his environment, in the sense that he's bringing a spiritual component to it. It's not about him just being a UFC fighter. He is showing his depth by showing you that he can become friendly to his environment. That way he becomes friendly to his environment, not just so that he becomes friendly to his environment. His environment actually also becomes friendly to him, to where it becomes a cohesive teamwork thing where he's bringing a spiritual element into it. That's exactly what it is that you Cancer crabs are striving to do. You're doing things that may seem like it is illogical to the outside person, because for you, if someone were to come up to you on some Page of Cups type stuff and try to reach out to you like somebody is trying to do here, right? You Cancer crabs may be like, nah. More than likely you'll tell them no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may get to know them, and then over the next couple of days you may tell them no, you're not really interested in continuing to hang out with them again. And these are individuals who may be thinking to themselves, like, why? They don't really understand. But the reason why it is that they don't understand, my dear Cancers, is because you're coming from a different perspective, where, yet again, you're not only coming from a physical perspective, right? That's why it is I was talking about a few minutes ago, about how you want someone that just doesn't look at you like you fine. And you Cancer crabs y'all are fine. But not only that, right? You're not just fine, you got body, but also the fact that you Cancer crabs also, excuse me, the fact that you Cancer crabs also, you want someone that understands really what it is that you are about, and doesn't just look at you as money and a body. And the thing is that you got to understand, Cancer crabs, that a lot of people are not going to be able to really go there. That doesn't, the dating pool, especially today, doesn't encourage depth. It doesn't encourage deep research. It encourages idiocy. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It encourages idiocy, mental illness, stupidity, pure stupidity. And the thing is that the world and the Page of Cups now is about how, since that's the case, the world is really about how, and because of this lack of understanding that people are going to have with you, that you Cancer crabs know that they have, because the Page of Cups represents some people that might be interested, right? But the thing is that the world represents you turning them down, and because you also are protecting yourself, which is what Cancer crabs usually wants to do anyway, is to make sure that they're safe wherever it is that they go, even if not comfortable, at the very minimum, safe everywhere where it is that they go, which is understandable. And the thing about for you Cancer crabs is that a lot of you Cancer crabs really are in a situation where you're doing what you need to do, okay? You're gatekeeping the love and the happiness that you have within yourself, and you're gatekeeping it. You're keeping it to yourself. It's not about having to share it with anyone, especially wasting it, come to find out, with someone that doesn't really want to take the time to understand. Because see, in order for them to take the time to understand, they have to step out of their comfort zone, or lack thereof, I guess. But they have to step out of one mentality to get into a new one. And the way that people date you can tell that a lot of them want to be able to actually date who they want, but they're followers in the sense that they're so caught up with, trying to be trendy and trying to be secular, worldly. They get caught up in it, and they don't actually travel outside. They don't actually ever take the dark night of the soul, right? That journey. They just stick with what's pre-packaged for them. So now the Queen of Wands and the Six of Pentacles is about how it is that, because the thing is that for you, Cancer Crabs, you want someone that can reciprocate. Because the way that you are looking at it is, I'm seeing that a lot of you Cancer Crabs are really, as you get to know other people, you're really asking questions, watching what it is that the person is doing, but you're kind of you're kind of reflecting, you're kind of thinking 3, 4, 5 moves ahead, in a sense that could you see this person actually having your back, having your best interest in mind, without having to compromise you. And a lot of you Cancer Crabs looking at it like that. And if you Cancer Crabs realize that the person does not have your back like that, I'm saying that you Cancer Crabs will essentially, kind of keep them at arm's length up until you can freeze them out. You can just ghost them, leave them alone and all of that. And the thing is that for you, you, like I said before, you wish that you could see if, you wish that you could know if they would have your back or if they wouldn't, so that you would make a better choice. And to be honest with you, no person has that much knowledge, even as a psychic, right? And which I can be right about a lot of things coming up in the future because I'm a psychic. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean that I know every single thing in the world, right? No one has that kind of power alive walking around. Just don't. It's the paradox of physical existence. As much as gifted as you can be, it doesn't necessarily mean that you know everything. You still need to learn. You still need to carve out a lane for yourself where you learn, where things come to you that are unexpected. So the point that I'm trying to make here is, a lot of you Cancer Crabs, y'all are hitting the nose. Y'all are in a very good position because a lot of you are moving the ways that you should move. And that's, you're asking yourself the question of, can you see yourself with this person? And some people, it's an obvious no. So, but you're still taking the time to get to know them and ask them questions so that you don't jump to conclusions. Well, this is something that you Cancer Crabs should be doing. This, if you're not doing this, then this is something that you Cancer Crabs should be doing. Because what happens is, the 9 of Cups, you become more sure of yourself because when you're dating others, because you set yourself up for success. And the reason why we can say this is because it's that good mix between finding out what somebody is about and seeing what this person would do to you, right? Based upon what you know about them, while at the same time without prejudging them so hard, because prejudgment is one of the things that really kind of hurts a person's game, hurts a person's overall value, what I'm saying? It's nothing worse than when you have so much depth to you, Cancer Crabs, and the only thing that another person can do is judge you, and judge you harshly. They're judging you with a heavy hand. It's not even like, you could be a wonderful person. You could have a lot of redeeming qualities, but then you'll have somebody who who's like hard on you. You know what I mean? And it's like you trying to figure out why are they so extreme? Like, what is that about? What is going on here? And but you Cancer crabs will alleviate yourself of all of that, because as you are getting to know some people, because that's what you're doing now currently, you're getting to know some people. This is how it is that you avoid ruining your own value from prejudging somebody. Another thing too that I'm also seeing is that the Five of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. In this, the Five of Swords represents how, like, learning how to still know what's going on, but at the same time, learning how to relax. That's one thing that you Cancer crabs could use a little bit more of, is learning how to relax. A lot of you Cancer crabs are so tense when you're around other people. Because, no, my love, because that's my cat down there. Because when you're trying to meet someone brand new, or just in general, you Cancer crabs are preoccupied with keeping yourselves safe. And that's cool and everything like that. But the thing is that the Five of Swords, you want your judgments to be on point. You don't want your judgments to be skewed because of the fact that you're so interested in trying to keep yourself safe. So you want to take, I'm going to just come out and say it, you want to take calculated risks. You want to be able to actually take a risk, but you want to be able to come out of it in one piece. How you achieve this in the first place, especially when it comes to getting to know somebody new, is you do have to take some sort of risk. But the risk that you're taking is exactly what it is that we talked about. No, my love, no. It's exactly like what it is that we've talked about 3 cards ago. Is by you asking them questions, getting to know them, while at the same time still knowing what's going on. Now, the weather is heating up. That means that, spring is here. But summertime is coming. And the thing is that the Ten of Pentacles represents, you have all the time. You have the time. Summertime is coming up. The weather, depending on where you are, it's the Western Hemisphere. So the Western Hemisphere is starting to heat up, But the point is, well, I should say the 50 states at least, the Barbary states is heating up. I know the Western Hemisphere in certain places is always warm. But the point is that, so for you Cancer crabs, the point is that you're having such a blast right now. You're having so much fun. It's not even funny how much fun you're having, because for you Cancers, there's not a lot of pressure on your shoulders to really find anybody. That's something that you Cancer crabs ultimately put on to yourselves, and you realize that wasn't necessarily the best thing for you to do, and you're dating how you want to date, but you're dating in a way that makes sense, and at the same time you're dating your style. You're still safe. You're not spending a lot of time and effort and money. A lot of times, right? That's the 2 things that the Cancer crabs dislike the most. It's to spend time and money on a person. Oh my gosh. Because Cancer crabs love money. Come on now, Cancer crabs. Don't bash me. Let me know in the comment section if I'm lying, if I say that I know you Cancer crabs love money. Stop playing. So let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. Let's clarify that. Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, Six of Swords, and then you have the Four of Cups. So what it is I'm seeing here for you is that the Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles right here really are about how a lot of you very much so are in a situation where it's a good one, because what it's saying is that you've been around the block more than a couple of times. You've seen some things, some things, and you're because of your experiences, you're prepared. The King of Cups and the Six of Swords, and a lot of people are going to be questioning why you don't want to rock with them, why you don't want to take the time to get to know them. To you, it'll be simple. It's because they're holding up too many warning signals. They got too many problems going on, too many red flags. So a lot of you Cancer crabs are like, you know, you notice, you see this happening. So a lot of you are just really trying to avoid anyone that has these types of real issues. And then you have the Four of Cups. Now the Four of Cups is about how you Cancer crabs, you know, you're looking for someone healthy to date. You know, someone that actually understands how to socialize, how to talk to you, how to look past your fine body and all of that, because you Cancer crabs are fine. But how to look past your fine body, and you know, maybe that you have some money or whatnot or stuff like this. But I'm not saying that you flaunt it though. I'm not saying that you flaunt the body or you flaunt the money, but I'm saying based upon the way that you look, people tend to treat you a certain kind of way. So the thing is that you want someone to be able to look past that and still get to know you and just talk to you like, you know, a dignified person. But right now, I'm saying that you Cancer crabs need to continue dating, but don't take any of them too seriously.